Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Good evening again. Tonight, owners of several businesses in Harlan County try to figure out how much it will take to fix the damage burglars left behind. Police say 3 juveniles broke into the buildings, stole some items, then vandalized them. Owners talked with our Justin Case about how this setback will impact them. He joins us live. Justin?
Gunnar, right behind me, you'll see the Christian store, which is actually now called Heaven Bound. You also see this building over here, Poor Fork Arts and Craft Guild. Now, these are 2 of the 4 businesses that were broken into and either burglarized or vandalized overnight last night into today. Now, we do not know the names of the juveniles who police say are responsible, but what we do know is that police say they kicked in the back doors of these businesses before going inside. The juveniles stole several items from the Christian store, including an iPad and card reader. The thieves also took a box cutter and slashed a set of drums that costs around $750. Now, the owner of the store says she is looking at close to $2,000 worth of damages and stolen items, something that will be difficult to overcome.
We live in a county where drugs are rampant, and if you're not touched by it in some way, then you've not lived here long. So I forgive them. I know Teresa forgives them. You know, I'm just grateful that, like I said, it could be worse. They could have went through turning things over, breaking things.
Connor, in talking with police, they say that the 3 juveniles have been arrested. They're also charged with these crimes. They say that they have confessed to the crimes as well. Police also say that they've recovered some, if not all, of the items. We know that in talking with the business owner you just heard from, so far she has not recovered her iPad or card reader yet. So we're still waiting to hear that. But the 2 other businesses that were vandalized are Julia's Hair Salon, which is also on this street, as well as Black Mountain Exchange, which is over in Lynch. We'll have much more on this story as it develops. That's coming up tonight at 11. Gunnar?
All right, thank you for the report, Justin. Well, several storage units were broken into this weekend in Bell County, and police say the string of burglaries is tied to a wider range of crimes. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds talks to owners of that storage facility that had him broken into.
Capps storage owner Larry Capps inspects his family-owned and operated units about 3 times a day. Over the weekend, what he found has never been part of his 11-year daily routine. Capps storage was burglarized, and calling those he considers family to tell them about their belongings being stolen was devastating.
I've lost my wife, I've lost a daughter within my mom and brother. It's next to the hardest thing that I've ever had to go through.
On Tuesday, Michael Taylor and Proctor Jones were charged with the burglary and connected to others outside of the county.
We had 14 storage units broke into and come and get. And we've got an inventory list of that. And we also believe this camper was stolen from New Tazewell.
And police say social media posts and working together is leading them to finally be able to give relief and return some items to people who they rightfully belong to.
It feels great. And the cooperation between the 3 agencies is really good.
The duo faced charges in Bell County as well as Claiborne County, Tennessee, and Lee County, Virginia. In Bell County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
Taylor and Jones are being held at the Bell County Detention Center. And police arrested a man indicted for a 2018 robbery. A grand jury indicted Jason Sullivan in last month. The indictment does not detail what business or who was robbed. We are working to learn more about the charges. In a second case, Sullivan is accused of running from state police in February. In that case, he faces 17 felony charges, including fleeing or evading police. And today, a jury started hearing testimony in a Perry County murder case. In August of last year, police say Harold Hayes killed Terry Stidham. The shooting happened on Elm Shoal Branch in the Combs community. Hayes faces murder and tampering with evidence charges. Court officials tell us jury selection will continue tomorrow.
And it was another beautiful day here in the mountains. Hopefully you got out and enjoyed it, because if you didn't, well, you're not going to have the chance to over the next couple of days. You'll notice as we take a look outside our front porch here at the WYMT studio, you'll notice plenty of sunshine out there, those drier conditions, a few high clouds here and there, but overall it's been a pretty nice day outside. And looking over into Jackson, those upper 70s and feeling like 80. Those dew points a little bit muggy out there, but not too bad. Seeing plenty of sunshine and those calmer conditions over there as well. Most of us into the upper 70s to lower 80s across the area. Is a little bit warmer than we were yesterday, but overall still feeling pretty great out there. Satellite and radar, you'll notice those clouds increasing and maybe a stray shower or two down to the south. And as we scan the skies now, you'll notice maybe a stray shower down onto the border, Kentucky into Tennessee, really near Whitley County, moving into parts of Campbell County as well, but just a stray shower. Overall, not looking too bad. We'll increase those shower chances, especially as we head into your Wednesday. You'll notice those clouds increasing overnight, temperatures dropping, and showers and storms returning back to the forecast early in the morning. Have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes. Connor.
Definitely have that weather up handy this weekend. Thanks, Paige. As the population declines in small areas throughout the region, many churches are finding it harder to make ends meet. And some say their power bills are becoming a big problem and nothing seems to help. I met up with one pastor who says they're cutting back what they do at the church because of the problem. In his nearly 3 decades of church service, Ronald Davidson has been here
as pastor
for the last 11. With a decline in both population and economy, running a church isn't easy.
And a lot of this has impacted the church, and I know it's had an impact on all the churches.
But that's not his only issue.
This past winter, we saw the bills go up to about $1,000.
The number of people coming to his church is down to about 75 people, but those power bills, well, they're still going up.
Actually, the use of the church in some areas a lot of times has decreased, but the price has increased on their electric bill.
He says they've made plenty of changes.
You can see there's a lot of lighting in here, and all these bulbs were changed out last year to LED.
Those LED lights being one thing, installation throughout the building being another.
So, we've done everything we know to do as far as cutting power.
And they've even gone as far as to cancel one of their Sunday services.
We've done everything we can do, and it just seems like it's to no avail.
But he says at this rate, things only look to get harder down the road. Davidson says he hopes to have a meeting with several other pastors in the area going through similar issues. We do have a list of ways AEP says you can save money on our website, WYMT.com. Just look for this story. And officials in Pike County have opened up talks about worker safety following the death of a county employee. Danny Taylor died last month while working on a job site. Now the fiscal court is looking at ways to improve worker safety in the county. It is a story we're working on for 11 tonight. We hope to talk with Judge Executive Ray Jones later this evening about their plans. And crews spent much of the morning cleaning up a mess. A coal truck crashed and lost its load in Harlan. Here's a look. The crash happened on US 119 near the Shell gas station. Now, thankfully, no one was hurt. The northbound lanes were closed, though, for a brief time, but reopened before the afternoon. And many of you have reached out to us to tell us about layoffs at a Harlan County coal mine. Today, we talked to JRL Coal's general manager, John Quintrell. He did tell us they let go of several surface mining positions as they switched the company's focus. They're in the process of hiring 35 underground positions. And Kentucky election officials have delayed certifying statewide primary election results. That's after the state's chief election official pointed out several of discrepancies in vote counts. Those won't change any outcomes of last month's primary election. Secretary of State Allison Lundergan Grimes blames the certification delay on a new state law that removed much of her authority over the State Board of Elections. Grimes says her staff found discrepancies that should have been detected by the state's election board staff. Grimes and the board's executive director have been in an ongoing feud. Board Chairman Josh Branscombe didn't blame the law for the certification delay. He says the board needs to make some clarifications before its next meetings. And Republican lawmaker Damon Thayer called Grimes' comments beyond absurd. He also urged her to ensure Kentucky election results are correct and certified. Well, for its 50th anniversary, Apple Shop is unveiling Eastern Kentucky's largest renewable energy system this Friday. With 192 solar panels on the structure and 42 on a nearby building, generating 12 houses worth of renewable energy. Apple Shop is using the energy system to power about 70% of its businesses, saving them money on electric bills. Apple Shop's executive director is hopeful the new project will set a precedent of using renewable energy in Eastern Kentucky.
Solar is a new technology. It's an expensive startup cost technology relative to burning coal, but long-term is sustainable. The sun will at one point run out, but it's going to be a long way from today.
The community is invited to a ribbon-cutting ceremony of the renewable energy system this Friday at 3:30. Festivities will also be held as part of Apple Shop's Seed Time on the Cumberland event. And how about this? A church today in Knott County took serving the community to a new level. They worked with a local gas station for a gas buy-down. Here's how it worked. People could stop by to get gas for 30 cents cheaper until noon. The church also helped pay for the gas.
And we're in a slight risk for severe storms as we head into your Wednesday. Sadly, those showers and storms continue over the next few days. Really a soggy pattern setting up over our region. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.
And also coming up after the break, kids in Johnson County are not having to worry about their bellies being empty during the summer. Stay tuned for more.